I couldn't believe my eyes when I first saw it, but after playing some games, I'm coming around. Out of nowhere, Sylas jumped up to the 7th best support win rate according to OP.GG. He does change a bit from his role in the mid lane, and the differences are what makes the difference of making him into a great support. And after playing it, I can see why he got this great spike. He has good CC, can burst down squishy targets, fantastic scaling, 90% to 100% on all of his abilities. His ult will be the best ult on the enemy team, and sometimes even improves it, and he can engage when he's low on HP because he gets healing from his W. However, there are some downsides. His early game is quite weak, he's mana hungry early on, quite susceptible to being poked out, and once you're in cooldown, you're a bit stranded. Now, if you haven't played Sylas before, let's take a quick look at those abilities. His passive is Forgetful. When he uses his ability, Sylas remembers that he has chain whips on his hands, and those hurt more than punching. But he also remembers this only for 4 seconds, so you gotta be quick. But after you cast an ability, you get a charge, up to 3 charges, and when he attacks, he consumes a stack and hits with those magical pain chains. Oh, and these attacks have 125% attack speed. His Q is Chain Whip Hands. He will smash the ground in front of him with his chain, dealing damage and slowing. And where the chains meet, he lives a little ball that blows up after 0.6 seconds, dealing more damage. His W is basically a healing math equation. This will dash to a champion, bonk him on the head, and if you bonk a champion, Sylas gets that good suck and heals based off of his missing HP. His E is Dash and Grab. Sylas will dash in a direction, then if he recasts, he'll send the change out, catch the enemy, deal damage and dash to them and give them a little kiss. His ult is a mystery. This will steal your enemy's ult, and now it's your ult, and generally better. Especially if the enemy is a tank and really doesn't take advantage of their scaling, yours will, and it's on a lower cooldown than theirs is. However, you can't steal again for 90 seconds, so you might have to grab the secondary one after that. Now that was his ability, so let's take a look at those runes. Now Sylas loves his runes because he's a Dom. Electrocute for the additional damage, Sudden Impact for that penetrating power, Eyeball Collection just cause, and Relentless Hunter because we want to run fast. However, you can change the first strike, free boots, biscuits, and cosmic insight, because supports always need more gold. And technically, you can also go to a try-up, but we're not going to go into that. Secondary tree is always blue. We go Transcendence and Gathering Storm, because Scorch is only for those burn champions. Now, there are some changes in how he builds mid, so let's take a look. Obviously, you want to take your support item first. However, instead of Everfrost, you want to take that extra damage that you get from Night Harvester. If you are in Season 14, I'm going to guess Rod of Ages, Riftmaker, or Storm Surge, depending on how far ahead you are. But then, honestly, from there, you just want to take those standard AP items. Health is also very good. The more AP, the better. If you do need to take some tankiness, then Spirit Visage is pretty good for that, and it gives you more healing, and Zonia's is usually what you take for more armor. Now, combos for Sylas aren't going to be all that different, but let's take a look at them anyway. Now, most everyone is going to use this standard, most simple combo. We're going to go E to attack them, W, Q, auto attack, auto attack, auto attack. This generally gets you a lot of bursts without having to worry about sequencing. In situations where the enemy might flash or dash away, you want to get in close with your E, W, Q, auto attack. We'll save your second E to re-engage once they use their mobility, and then you just continue to auto attack and then spam whatever ability comes up. You can also throw a flash in there if you want to try and catch the enemy off guard, or if you just want to be a fancy boy. Now, while you're in lane, you can just use your E as a method of getting closer so you can poke with your Q, but if E brings you into range of your W, you might as well take it, then cast E directly afterwards for more CC on that target. Now, there really are just a million different variations of this combo, but you can also try and sneak in an auto in between one of your abilities to try and make sure you get 4 enhanced attacks for your passive. Your ult can also be thrown in, but there are way too many possibilities for me to even go over. So let's just go directly in how we should be playing it. Wait, real quick, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe if you like it and you want to see more of it. Like the video if you think more people should see this, and comment down below if you think I forgot anything, or if you just want to be nice. Alright, back to the video. That's it. We did it! We're in the game, and we're going to take this shield so we can get that minion gold. These mixed drinks, because bot lane is a party, and we got to keep that buzz going. In lane, it's best to start with your Q, because you don't really want to go in level 1, as it's really hard to fully commit and burst down the target. Generally, if you do go in level 1, you'll take more damage than you actually deal out while you're trying to back off. Once you hit level 3, though, that's when you want to start looking for opportunities to go in. You can at level 2, but you lack the healing that you really want from your W, because you want to take your E second. But while at level 3, that's the sweet spot. When you are trading in lane, you kind of want to end your combos with your W to make sure you get the most out of your healing, because you will be taking damage. If the enemy is poking you and you have them available, eat those cookies, sip that alcohols, and get back to that fight. Oh, also, make sure to keep the river warded. And once you hit level 6, things might change for you. Generally, when you hit level 6, you know if things are going to get good for you. But if the enemy is something like Kaisa Jana, then it might not be all that crazy. Helpful, but not really crazy. If the ults are kind of mediocre bot lane, you can go try and hunt for an ult in the jungle, or just pop your way up to mid lane and get something. But if you're in mid lane, you might as well try and get a good gank off and a kill. You don't necessarily want to go up there just to steal the ult and save it for the bot lane. Just try and get the kill. Now we're level 6, we're getting some gold under our belt, and we do get a nice spike when we get that Hextech Alternator, because you now deal additional damage paired with your runes. Oh buddy, it's time to give the enemy a bad time. Now, I'm not going to say say taking kills is a good idea, but, you know, getting kills is fun, and what better way to play League than to have a little fun, eh? I mean, your ADC should be fine. They got all that farm. You take one and give one, it all works out in the end. I mean, come on, you scale too. Now, as a burst mage, you want to try and get kills, push lanes, get plate, take towers, and then get into that mid game. Now, unlike Sylas mid, you don't want to be split pushing by yourself. You want to stay with your team and your ADC, unless you're warding and looking for a pick or two. You can't easily get a pick on an isolated squishy target, but you do want to try and be careful. It's really possible that if it's the support, the ADC might be falling behind, and then you're in a 1v2, and then things might go even worse if someone else collapses on you. But hey, if you get the kill, it's a 1-for-1. We'll take it. Now, like I said before, you want to be with your team, because when you know a team fight is going to come up, you want to get the enemy's best ult that they have available to you. Getting it after the engage works, but it does save a second or two to grab it before. If you do take an ultimate, the enemy team might get a little bit cautious, but you can hold it for a while, so even if it expires and the enemy team backs off of an objective, I think that's a win for you for just one button. But when you do get in a fight, you do want to try and peel for your carries. You don't want to focus the tanks. These aren't really the best tank killer, but you can try and get those fighters that are trying to get to your back line. Now, if they already got to your back line, then you can try and jump on the enemy carries to try and even things out, but generally peeling is your #1 priority. From there, you just take dragons, take Baron, take tower, push Nexus, and we did it! We won the game, and if you enjoyed this video, check out the one about Evelynn support, the true Dami Mommy of the bot lane. Talk to you later!